I'm going live because I have not been on here for a year. Hold on, I'm trying to get my phone to stand up here. There we go. Hey, it's December 22nd, 2020. Yeah. Yeah, the year that we all will remember, right? So I'm not going to wait for people to get on because I haven't been on in a year. So I'm not expecting anybody to be waiting for me to come on and do a live. But I just wanted to say hello. This past year, we've all been spending a lot of time home, and I've been watching other people do their video blogs and things and following them. And I realized that I wait and wait for them to get on. Hey, Stephanie. Hey, I can't really see. I wait and wait for them to get on, and then I realize, I haven't talked to anybody that follows my channel in a year, so I've been a slacker. But I just feel like I had felt that if Robbie's not on, that nobody will want to watch. So, but I realize today it's called Robbie and Me, and it is really about Robbie's whole family too. So I thought you would like an update. So I am at my daughter Denise's house, and I have a new job here at her house, and I want you to guess what it is. I'm going to give you a couple clues. Yep. And guess what? Denise had a baby, and his name is, it's probably backwards. Baker Hayes. He is 4 months old, and he's adorable, and he's taking a nap. I will do another video when he's awake so that you can see him because he's absolutely adorable. But something that I wanted to let everybody know is that Facebook deleted my accounts. They deleted my personal account, and with it went my business page as the Paint Diva, and my Robbie and Me Autism page went as well. So I had a couple thousand followers on both pages, plus 1,000 friends on Facebook. So that's about 5,000 people gone in an instant. So I had to create a whole new personal page using a different email. And I did create a new Paint Diva page, but I have not created a new Robbie page yet. And I will tell you why, because I haven't decided what to call it yet. And the reason is, if any of you saw my last, hold on, why did they do that? Okay, I will tell you why. Because, oops. So you know that over this past year, since it was an election year and it's 2020, that Facebook has gone crazy with their censorship, and they have their fact checkers that come on and delete posts. And about a month ago, a friend of mine, I don't even remember doing this. She posted something. I don't even remember what the post was. And I said, as a joke, I quoted a line from the Disney movie of Alice in Wonderland and what the Queen of Hearts said off with their, I'm not going to say it because I don't want to get blocked on YouTube. In my head, I was quoting a Disney movie, didn't even think anything of it. And then the next day, my whole page was white and I couldn't get on, and I didn't know what the heck happened, and did some clicking around and got to the notification where it said, it showed me the post and what I said, and they said that I was inciting violence. Yes, like I really meant what I said. Like, it didn't even, it was so over my, like, I wouldn't even occur to me to say something like that for real, and I couldn't believe that they would actually take that seriously. So, and then I don't know, and then a week later, a friend of mine that's a pastor, and all she ever does is post a picture of her, whatever she's reading in her Bible every day. Her whole page gone with no explanation. They didn't even say what she did. She's not even allowed to contest it. And then a week later, my page gone with no reason why, not even allowed to contest it. I have no idea what I said or did, but they took it down, and I can't even dispute it. So because my business page and my Robbie page were linked to my personal page, I lost everything. I lost all the photos, all the videos, anything that was on that I don't have saved on my phone. Thank God my son-in-law set me up a couple of years ago to save all my photos on Google Photos, I think it's called. So I can go back for years and find all my photos. I think the videos might even be there too. And all my Robbie videos, see, I've never trusted YouTube because they mute my videos if I use music that all music is copyrighted, but some people let you use their music and some people don't. So if I used a wrong song, they would mute my video or they just take it down altogether and they delete it. So I've saved all my videos on a hard drive. So if I ever lose my Robbie channel on YouTube, I at least still have the videos somewhere. Thank God. And I thank God that I have these videos. So I have to start a new page. Now, the last video I did was a year ago. I told you guys that I was starting a new project, that I was writing a children's book about a little penguin. Hi, Atria, Joy. Hi, how are you? So I'm writing, I said I was writing a children's book about a little penguin with autism. Well, it was 12 stories, and I wasn't sure if it was going to be 12 books or 12 chapters or how I was going to do it. So I decided to make it 3 books. It's a trilogy, and there's 4 chapters in each book. Amanda, go back. I just explained, so just go back and watch. Yeah, just go back and watch, and I'll tell you why my account got deleted. So I wrote these 12 chapters of the book. There's 3 books altogether. And then I started doing all the illustrations. I painted them all. So I started this at like exactly a year ago. I started drawing and painting at my dining room table, the illustrations. There turned out to be 340 illustrations by the time I was done. So last year we went down to North Carolina to go visit my daughter, Patty. And if you guys have followed our videos all the way to the end, you know that Patty had a baby. His name was Beckett. Well, Beckett is now 3.5 years old. She had another baby after that named Miles. He's 1.5 years. So we went down to visit Patty for Christmas last year, and we were there, and that just always helps us, because, Robbie's not here. So it really helped us to just get away and go spend the holiday with her kids. And they're little blondies, just like Robbie. And then we went to Florida for New Year's, which I've done episodes on that as well. If you saw the episode where we did the Japanese lantern that went up in the sky in Naples, Florida. Okay, we went back to Naples last year. So I brought my sketch pad with me down to North Carolina and down to Florida, and I was drawing penguins the whole time that I was there. Then in February, I went with my sister. We flew out to LA. Because she's a photographer and she had to go do a photo shoot. So I brought my sketch pad so I could sketch on the plane. And while she was doing photos, I was her driver and I would drive her to her photo shoots. And then I'd sit in the car and I would sketch the whole time. And she took photos of a pair of twin girls that were adorable, and I happened to be doing the drawings of my girls that were twins, and they were these 2 little twin penguin girls, and I was showing them the drawings, and it's really cute. I have a photo of them watching me draw, and then of course they wanted to draw too. Then March 7th, it was my bucket list trip. I've always wanted to go to Israel, and I went to Israel, and we flew out there, and I brought my sketch pad to Israel so I could, because that's a long flight. And then coronavirus hit. Yeah, so that was fun. And they started shutting everything down while we were there. And after a few days in the hotel, they started to not let us eat in the restaurant in the hotel. So we had to go get our food and bring it up to our room. And then we were afraid we weren't even going to get home because they started shutting all the airports and all the airlines down. That's a whole other story. That's a whole other story for another day, but I got home. But meanwhile, my sketch pad went with me to all these places. So then when I got home, I had to quarantine for 14 days, and then the whole world went on quarantine. The whole state of New Jersey got, everybody had to stay home. So I had all of March, April, and May to work on all these illustrations, and I was able to get all of them done. So this is something really good that for me that came out of 2020, because if I wasn't quarantined and on lockdown in my house, I probably never would have had the time to do all of these illustrations. So by June, they were all done. Then over the summer, my sister, the photographer, she took photos of all the illustrations, and then we photoshopped almost every single one. Just like little stuff, like for instance, in the first chapter, the penguin looked one way, but by the time I got to about the fourth or fifth chapter, the character kind of changed a bit because I had to give all the penguins legs because Robbie runs away in almost every chapter, and I had to give him little legs to run away. You know, it's a way to illustrate motion and stuff. So I had to go back to the first one. And his head got a little rounder, you know, and cuter as time went on. So I had to go back to the first chapter and kind of fix him. His head was too square, and I had to make it rounder, and I had to elongate his legs a little bit and make it more consistent with the rest of the chapters. And then you could kind of see the brush strokes and the changes and stuff. So we had to Photoshop all that out. So thank you to my sister for helping me with that. So by July, August, I was ready to take them to a printer. I decided to self-publish because I met with another children's book author, and she told me that the publisher they keep about 90% of the proceeds, and they don't do anything to help you market your book. So I said, then what is the point of having a publisher do this for you if you still have to do all your own marketing, right? So I decided to self-publish. I looked up a whole bunch of publishers, and I, talked to a few of them, and I made a decision to go with Zulon Publishing. They're based out of Florida. They're a Christian publishing company. They are a publisher, and they help people self-publish, so they do both. But it was going to cost me a couple $1,000s per book to have it done, because they lay it all out as a book for you and take it to the printer. They put it on Amazon for you. They get you your ISBN number. They do all that kind of stuff. So it was a really big budget that I didn't have, and I wasn't really sure how I was going to make this happen. And then somebody had told me about doing a Kickstarter campaign. So I did. And Kickstarter is like a GoFundMe, but it's for people that have a project, that you've written a book, or you're recording a CD, or you've invented a video game, or whatever. So I recorded a video telling everybody about the books and about the project and what my goals are and why I was doing it. So that video is on my page. You can go back and watch it if you didn't see it. So I put it on the Kickstarter campaign, and I had to set a deadline. I set it as September 1st was the deadline, so I had about a month to raise the money. And I really just thought that it was not going to happen, honestly. And I put some extra money in there for marketing as well. And I really thought, wow, this number is just way too high. I can't imagine that anybody would want to donate to me to help me do, my project. And I was blown away, absolutely blown away at the amount of people that donated, that helped. And I raised above and beyond what I had asked for. So thank you to everyone. It was friends, family members, clients, even strangers, people that I don't even know. I'm still blown away. Hi, Becky. So I'm doing really well. So I bet, and this has been keeping me really, really busy working on this book project. So the next step was I got it to the printer in September, but it has taken a really long time. I mean, not printer, the publisher. It's taken a really long time for them to go through all the edits. It's kind of driving me crazy. I thought it would be done by November and I'd be able to get it out and everybody could have it for Christmas, but they're not ready. But it's finally, I've gotten through and all the edits, and I've approved book 1, I've approved book 2. I'm waiting for them to just do one more edit on book 3. And we can, because I gave them the wrong photo. I gave them the photo that was not Photoshopped. So I just wanted them to switch out that photo. and then I will approve book 3, and then the next step is off to the printer. So the book is called Robbie's World and His Spectrum of Adventures. So yeah, and I'm really happy with how with the title and how the covers look and all of that. So I'm telling you all this to say that I need to start a Facebook page for the book, okay, which would be Robbie's World. And I lost my page, Robbie and Me. So I don't know what to call the page. Should I start a new Robbie and Me page and another page that's Robbie's World for the book, or should I combine them both? I don't know, but as soon as I figure it out and I create the pages, I'll come back on, I'll do another live video, and I'll tell everybody to please jump over and like my page. I have almost 7,000 followers here on YouTube, and I'd hope that at least half of you would jump over there and follow my page. Now, here's the next thing that's happened. So I signed up for, Robbie, I think I'll combine it somehow. I think I'll do both. I'll do like Robbie and Me / Robbie's World, something like that. Because in the books I mentioned the videos, so anybody that reads the book, I want them to jump over and watch the video so they could see the real Robbie. So the next thing that I did was I signed up for a publicity summit. It's with Steve Harrison. He works with book writers, authors, and he helps them get publicity for their books, which is really important. You can't just write a book and then just stick it on Amazon and just think everybody's going to just find the book. You have to get the word out somehow. You have to tell people about it. So he runs this publicity summit, and I signed up for it. And normally it would be done in New York City for a weekend, and you go to the city, but it's 2020, so it was done as Zoom calls instead, which I actually liked a lot better. And I met over 80 producers. I met producers from the Today Show, Wendy Williams, Live with Ryan and Kelly, Good Morning America, GMA3, Dr. Oz, The Doctors, like daytime program, like legit, okay? I also met people that produce smaller TV, like in North Carolina TV stations. I met a whole bunch of podcasters, people with radio shows, and writers for magazines, write for like major magazines. So I had 2 pitches for them. I went to the Good Morning America and those type of people. I talked to them as the paint diva, and I pitched segments where I could go on TV and talk to people about choosing paint colors for their home. But most of the podcasters and the radio people, and there's also like the Catholic Network and Christian TV and like all these, it's like so many different types of people. So to all of them, I pitched my Robbie story. I told them that how I wrote the children's books, and I told them about Robbie. A lot of podcasters want to hear stories about how you've persevered in life and how you overcome, major things in your life, that type of stuff. And I got a yes from almost every single person. I was floored. I thought maybe 3 or 4 people would say yes. I got so many, over 60 people that I have to keep in touch with now. It's probably even more than that, because if there were 80 people, I only got like 6 or 7 no's, and it's only because it just doesn't fit. Like it's like whatever, Psychology Today or whatever. I think I even got a yes from them, but it would be something like that, like a magazine that's only about science or something like that. Like my subjects don't fit what they do. But I got a yes from almost every single one. Now that doesn't mean I'm going to get on the show, but it means they like me. They want me to follow up with them. They think I have an interesting hook. They really like the paint diva thing. And they want me to follow up with them, and I have to keep following up with them, and I have to come up with ideas like, hey, let's do a show about blah, 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 blah. So it's a lot of work. So I had no idea it would be so much work. So I have to do a spreadsheet and try to keep track of who I talk to, who I need to follow up with. I did get booked so far on about 5 podcasts. You know, it'll be like one in January, February, March, April. And it's the holidays right now. So, you know, a lot of people they're not doing anything right now until they want me to, you know, get in touch with them in January when they start booking their shows for the year. So I will be in touch, and let everybody know, because I want you to watch. I want you to, you know, go listen to the podcast and yeah. So, and that's another reason why I need that Facebook page, so that I can post everything on there so everybody can see all that stuff. So yeah, there's a whole lot going on, But in the meantime, I'm here babysitting my little 4-month-old grandson, Baker Hayes. He's taking a nap right now. So while he takes a nap, I usually get on my computer and I'm trying to email all these people, these producers and stuff, and trying to stay on top of all that. So who knows what's going to happen, but everybody seems to love Robbie's story, and it's going to continue on. I'm going to tell more and more people about Robbie. And the one thing that I want you guys to know, hi guys, God bless you too. The end of every chapter, I do a mom's minute, and it explains what just happened in that chapter. So, for instance, in one chapter, it's summertime, it's July, Robbie's about 3 years old, and we go to the fireworks, and when we sit down, I turn around and look, and Robbie's gone. He took off and he ran away. And I had to call the police department, the fire department, the rescue squad. They all went out searching for him, and I was frantic. I almost passed out. I was so nervous. And they found him. So at the end of the chapter, in the mom's minute, I explained that when that autistic kids tend to run away a lot like that, and when they do, it's called eloping. And when they do go, they usually are looking for the water somewhere. So it's really important for them to learn how to swim at a young age. So everybody seems to really like the whole mom's minute idea. So my hope is that when the kids hear the story, they're going to fall in love with Robbie the penguin. And then if they encounter another child or an adult with autism, they will recognize the behaviors, and they'll associate him with Robbie the penguin. And then if they see a kid stimming or something, they'll say, oh, he's just like Robbie the penguin. And they won't be afraid of him, and they'll be nice to them, and they'll like them. And then it's for the parents as well. They'll learn to understand it and recognize it. You know, everybody's heard of autism, but since I've done these videos, I can't tell you how many people have said to me they really don't know anything about it. So, yeah, so I'm hoping it will educate parents as well. And I'm thinking that this will make a good gift for any families that have a little one that's been newly diagnosed. And they don't really know what they're in for. You know, they can kind of read the stories, and it'll be good for the siblings, for other caregivers, for teachers to read to the class. I'm thinking if they get a kid that's on the spectrum into the classroom, it's a good thing to read the story ahead of time so kids know what to expect. They'll know how to understand their classmate. And the very last chapter, Robbie goes to heaven. And so I can also see this book, you know, reaching out to families that have also lost a child as well. I could even see, you know, if the kids are in the hospital, you know, they can, reading them the stories. Yeah, so there's a lot of potential there. So we'll see what happens. So, yes, Amanda, that's exactly what yes, I hear from so many kids that have been bullied, kids that, that have autism or have some type of, special need or something. And that is when I started this, I thought I just want to continue telling Robbie's story. But as I wrote it, I said, wow, I think this would be really good if teachers and people start reading these stories, you know, so that other kids will learn to understand and accept other kids with autism, and they won't get bullied anymore. I did, and one of my very good friends, her name is Diane Grossman. Her business is The Carpet Girl, and we've always done work together. She does carpet and I do paint. Her 12-year-old daughter committed suicide. This was about 3 months before Robbie went to heaven, and so she started a foundation called Mallory's Army. And it was very much about her whole platform is anti-bullying, and she's gone to schools to speak. And so anyway, over the summer when I was getting ready to do my Kickstarter, she had me come and do a video with her so that she could help me get support for the Kickstarter. And thanks to her, I was able to hit the goal. And it was when I was talking to her that it just really hit me. Wow, this is, I hope, is really going to help kids not get bullied. And I really hope that teachers will, you know, read the stories to kids in school. Yeah. So I hope so. I really hope so. Will the book be in middle high schools? You know, why not? You know, I mean, I enjoy reading it, and I'm an adult, you know. I think, you know, that's a hard question, because the publisher asked me that, like, what age group is it for? And I think it could be for any age group. I mean, I had, you know, I read it to my nieces that are, let me see, at the time they were 4, 6, and 8, and all of them liked it. They all liked hearing the story. So, and I was thinking of, you know, like my grandson, Beckett, who's 3.5. You know, I was thinking of him when I wrote some of the stories. Like, I made sure that I put fire trucks and police cars and backhoes in the story, stuff that little boys like, but also, you know, the little twin girls are in there and they go to Girl Scouts and stuff, and they're cheerleaders. And, oh, yeah. I think I'm reading your comment, 36-year-old, before his brain was different. What does he mean before his brain was different? Did it suddenly, was there a change when he became older? I don't know, but I did write it in the Mom's Minute in the book that people with autism tend to take things very literally, and sometimes they don't understand sarcasm. And I'm wondering if the idea of God and Jesus is too abstract for them to grasp. It's not, you know, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I have to think about that. Just pray for him, you know. You just got to keep praying for him. I know people that are just like that, that are just like that. And I don't really know how to get through to them, but only God does. So yeah, and the end, you know, because in the last chapter of the book, I mean, I do listen in the book, like when Robbie the penguin is first diagnosed and the doctor tells her, you know, he has autism. The first thing that the mama does is she goes in the car and she prays and asks God to help her with this, because she doesn't know what to do. She doesn't know how to raise a kid with autism, you know. And I had, you know, and I thought about that. You know, my son said too, he's like, you know, if you mention God in these books, people might not want it, or schools might not read it to the kids because the mama prays, you know. I can't worry about that, because it's my story and I'm telling my story, and that's what got me through raising Robbie. That's what got me through his passing. I mean, if I didn't have a relationship with God my whole life, there's no way I would have gotten through it. There's just no way. I mean, I believe so strongly that Robbie's in heaven, that is what keeps me going. And that's why I can, you know, keep telling his story, and I can talk about him with a smile on my face. You know, and if people don't want the book because of that, you know, oh well, I'm not gonna change who I am for them, you know, and I believe God's gonna bless it anyway. I believe that God will bless the book, because I'm giving him, you know, I'm giving him honor, and I think he'll honor the books, you know. Anyway, I think I've rambled on long enough. I would love to show you the baby because he's asleep. Actually, you know what? I can show you him in the monitor, but I can't go in his room because I don't want to wake him up. But hold on, let me see if I can flip this around. Here. There he is. He's, you know, he's awake, but he's not supposed to be awake yet. That's Baker Hayes. His eyeballs look white on this iPad, but it's a little scary, but but there he is. Oh, you can hear him. He's adorable. He is. Here, let me show you. There he is. Look how cute he is. He's so cute. So, so yeah, I think I will do some more live videos while I'm here babysitting so that you guys can get to know Baker Hayes. I'm here 3 days a week. Denise went back to work December 1st. I'm here 3 days a week, and Aunt Karen, the one who's a nurse, she's here the other 2 days. And yeah, I think I need to get back on here more and just continue doing some live videos. I've just been so busy working on the book and doing all these illustrations that I haven't had time to do this. But now that I'm sitting here in the house babysitting, every time he takes a nap, I could pick up the phone and record some videos and talk to you guys. So anyway, all right, let me see. I can't see the chat. I don't know where. Let me see. Here, live chat. There we go. The books, yeah. They said 3 or 4 weeks once it gets to the printer. So it seems to me that, yeah. Hold on. Anyway, it seems to me that they'll be out by, I guess, the end of January, because they told me the books would be done mid-November, and here it is almost the end of December, and they're not ready yet. So in my business, I work with people that are renovating their homes, and I've always told them, if the builder takes you, it's going to take 6 weeks, double it. Always double it, because nothing's ever done when they say it's going to be done. So I guess I should have known that with publishing the book. So they say 3 or 4 weeks, so let's say 6 to 8 weeks. So maybe by February, we'll see. Anyway, all right, guys. He's fussing, so I'm gonna have to probably go get him up soon. But it was good to talk to you and to hear from you, and look for that Facebook page. As soon as I put it up, I'll come back on and I'll do a live, and I'll just let you know what the name of the page is so that I can stay in touch with everybody again. All righty, talk to you soon. How do I get off? How do I get off? I don't know how to end. Okay, bye guys.